And joining us this morning is our San Diego 6 News contributor, Kimberly Dvorak, to discuss the latest. We'll discuss this, obviously, the very big issue. But first, we want to get to some developing breaking news, even with the release of Army Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl and the swap, basically, for the 5 Guantanamo Bay detainees. What do you make of this? I know you've been out to Guantanamo Bay before.
Yeah, you know, of course, everybody's happy for the family and for the young man that's been in captivity for the last 5 years. But we need to look at who we traded for him, and they are Al-Qaeda folks that were held at Gitmo, and not only were they just regular Al-Qaeda fighters, they're senior level intelligence folks who are, kind of the similar thing as CIA John Brennan. This is where these guys work. They work at their own intelligence for the Taliban. So a lot of people are questioning.
So they're high level.
High level, extraordinarily high level. And in fact, the most senior of them was one of the major drug traffickers of the heroin trade, so they could raise the money to fight the Americans. And all of them have we have a lot of evidence, the U.S. government does, that they have killed many soldiers and as well as civilians over in Afghanistan. So a bit of a question, and the fact that we worked with Qatar on this is something that we needed to keep an eye on, because Qatar has been one of the main suppliers of Al-Qaeda fighters in Syria, and as we know, the Syrian civil war continues to battle where the President Assad is winning. This could change the dynamic inside Syria, so we need to watch that moving forward.
I know you will be keeping an eye on that, and we are glad that Bowe Bergdahl will be back home soon. Meantime, back to the VA scandal. We mentioned this last week, and you said it was only a matter of time before Shinseki resigned. Now what? I mean, he basically threw some of the senior leaders in some of these VA facilities under the bus. Should they start stepping down as well?
Well, we're going to have to be, just like President Obama said, we're going to wait and see what happened. We know that Congress, the week before last, set out and passed a bill overwhelmingly giving the Secretary the broad authority to fire senior and mid-level managers, which we find increasingly difficult in this, bad economy. Nobody wants to fire anybody, and this president really doesn't. But it went to the Senate and it died. So something that would have actually maybe helped solve the problem here will now not solve the problem. And you're looking at systematic problems throughout at least 42 VA facilities across the country. And you're looking at false or, secret waiting lists, people not getting care they needed. You're seeing gross mismanagement of some of these facilities. Now, a lot of the facilities, great care, great doctor, great people, but this is just the very beginning of a very long process. And let's hope the American people and everybody push the White House and the folks in Congress to do their job on this one and get these veterans the care they deserve.
It's receiving the attention it should be receiving, and maybe even more.
For the meantime.
For the meantime. Hopefully we stay on top of this. Thank you, Kimberly Dvorak, for being with us.